Owen, tell me something.
Truman, did you know that outside of K-State basketball, we went perfect this weekend on our teams?
Dahm, that's true.
Yeah. Oh, K-State also won today, so we could have said we went perfect.
K-State's winning teams that fucking boat race.
Oh.
Welcome everybody back into another episode of Dahm, that's true. Dahm, that's true number 222. The twos.
Yeah, the terrible twos.
And we're your two hosts.
And we have two balls.
Truman the Steam Machine Steen. As always, I'm joined by the bomb.
Katoom.
Owen Dahm.
See what I did there?
Haktua.
Oh,
I can't remember where we were, but
the eagle may fly, but the hawk to us.
What the fuck? Where were we? I said something and I immediately regretted it. Where it was it was maybe at bowling, we split the games.
Yep.
And I said bowl to a split on that thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
It wasn't that. I thought we were at
that was absolutely,
the K-State game or something when I said it.
It was a bowling alley. That was absolutely what you said too. You remembered it.
Thank you.
I wish you wouldn't have.
It was bowl to a
split on that thing.
Welcome everybody into Dahm, that's true.
Dahm, that's two.
Before we get too Dahm, that's two. Yeah. Before we get too deep in the episode, I do want to thank everybody for being here. Appreciate it if you guys like, comment, subscribe, comment.
Your best hawk to a joke.
Comment your best bowling score you've ever bowled.
True.
Owen, what's yours?
I believe it is 217.
That's not right.
Or is it 213?
I thought you told me it was 224. Because our friend bowled a 228, and I was like, haha.
No. It's like, it might be 220. No.
You bowled in the 220s.
You sure?
Yes.
It must be 224 then.
Yeah.
Because Franklin bowled a 234.
He bowled 228, I thought.
That was 234. He had 6 strikes in a row.
I'm pretty good.
I know that.
Yep. I have unfortunately bowled 290.
Yeah, I was there.
But it wasn't as bad. People were like, oh, you threw the last one in the gutter? No. I spared on the first frame, and then I struck out the next 11.
That's tough.
And also, I had 2 weeks in a row, not last week, and maybe not the week before that, but 2 weeks before that, I had 2 weeks back-to-back where I had a game where I bowled 11 strikes and just had one spare frame.
And I would like to ask you, Truman, now that has happened to you.
Yeah.
Was I right that you would much rather miss in the first frame than miss in the 12th frame?
Oh, yeah. The 10th frame? Or the 12th ball?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I would rather bowl a 290 with a spare in the first than bowl a 299 or a 298.
Yeah.
Or even a 296, you split it down the middle, you're like, oh my God.
What a weird ass shit.
You're like the biggest fucking choke job
Yeah,
ever.
but what if you got a 292?
The most rare score in bowling, because it's almost impossible to get two pins.
So let's say you get all the way there and then you get the 2 pins in the end. Would you be happy with that because you managed to do something crazy?
No. If I'd bowled a 300 before and then I bowled a 292, that'd be fine.
You already have So if you already have your 300,
I already got the ring. Yeah.
The ring?
I think you get a ring.
No way, really?
300. You used to.
That's sick.
At least you should get one for your first one. You know what? Maybe I'll buy a ring for myself.
I'll sponsor that.
I'm gonna get a little insignet ring.
Yeah, I'll say 300.
Put on the pinky ring. Yep. You kiss the ring.
Tell Crocker to kiss the ring.
I'm gonna be a pinky ring guy now.
Yeah, you know what happens? You wear a pinky ring, and Crocker goes, "What's that for?" And you have to tell him, and he's like, "Damn." Yeah, he shows up
like the Michael Jordan.
15.
We bowl with a guy who is now in the Wyandotte and Johnson County Bowling Hall of Fame.
Yep.
And he's bowled 100 perfect games. Or every year in our bowling league, and I'm sure he bowls on multiple nights, but every year he bowls 10 or 12 perfect
Which
games.
is crazy.
So if you have the best bowling day of your life and are a good bowler, you might bowl 800. You'll bowl it once in your life unless you're a pro bowler who always is bowling on crap league lanes. This guy has bowled an 800 12 times in a row. Or 12 times.
12 times.
Not in a row. That'd be crazy.
That'd be
He's
insane.
bowled 12 800s, which is something that I hope to do one time in my life if I get hot. You hope to bowl an 800 on the day that you bowl a 300. That's the only hope.
You kind of have to.
You bowl 300, 250, 250. A series is 3 games. So, yeah. 300, 250, 250 is the fucking... I bowled a 752, and I was fucking hot all day.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, 252 is fucking...
That's a great game.
Was that 270? No, it's not 270 every time, right? No, 270 every time take you over.
Yeah.
240. It's like 250. Yeah, it's 251 like every game.
Yep.
So imagine 3 games in a row where you basically average 250. Fucking
would be
bonkers.
nice. Yeah, this guy's just casual.
Yeah. He's done that 12 times in his life.
He always smiles when he gets to 300, but like, and everyone goes, "Hey, Richard, great game." But now that all of us have been in the league with him for like 5 years, when he gets to 300, everyone's just like, because he's so good.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. If he bowls in 800, yeah, that means that you basically. I think you can miss like 4 balls all night through 3 games. You can bowl like 4 non-strikes and bowl in 800 essentially.
Yeah, sounds crazy. Right.
So.
And he's got 12.
All to say, welcome to Dahm. That's true. We're here to talk about the Chiefs this week. Oh man. You know what? It's because we weren't together. It was still a weird game.
I was telling
you know what? It's not even a weird game. It's the same. I don't know why we're pretending like it's not the same team, same game we've seen every like week.
Yeah.
Where'd you watch the game, by the way?
Well, I was gonna go to Pease, but then Cody told me that he was watching at his friend's Pat's mom's house, and this place was like a nice. It was like
friend Pat's.
You've met
house.
Pat. He's got glasses.
So
his mom has a really nice house out in like North Kansas, like north. Like I would say northwest Kansas City, so on the Kansas side.
Like Wyandotte.
Yeah, but it's like
up by the Legends, kind of.
Yeah,
honestly.
But like past that.
Okay.
And it's a nice house with like a gated, like half-mile driveway, like a real nice house.
Yeah.
And I watched there, and so both of us were downtown with people who don't know ball watching it.
Yeah. How did they react to it?
No one, like...
Are they ball knowledgeable?
No one really watched, I would say. Like, they had it on, and they were watching, but, like, if they would have missed an entire drive, it wouldn't have been the end of the world. Of course, I was locked in the whole time.
Yeah, I think it's frustratingly so. What's funny is that...
Like, everyone was, like, basically silent.
If you ever watch a game, me and Owen and Evan, who a friend of the show, been on the show, is probably listening to this right now, watch a lot of the games, I feel like, every week together, pretty much. And Tina's there always, too. But I have noticed we are certainly in a rhythm with all of us that we'll be watching, talking about it. Commercial hits, we are scrolling Twitter, we are tweeting,
betting.
We might be tweeting in the middle of it, yeah. And Tina has mentioned it. It is an awful experience to go watch a game with us. Which, by the way, Jeffrey, also a friend of the show, wants to watch the game together on Friday. You want to watch the game together? Little Peas action Black Friday.
This Friday?
Yeah,
I'll be in Nebraska.
You fucking sick. You fucking
pissed me off. You knew that. Come on.
You up. Just for that, I'm going to Tanner's.
Wow. Hopefully you get your drink before your food.
I'm undefeated at Tanner's. Undefeated.
I'm also undefeated at Tanner's.
Yeah, I know. I guess.
Honestly,
I'm not defeated anywhere.
Where did we watch the Bills game?
Where was I?
Where did we watch the Bills? Was it at Pease?
You were with your family. Oh, I watched it at the Peanut.
Yeah, so I'm undefeated this season at Pease.
Can't watch
Let's
it at
go.
The Peanut.
Let's go.
Just drive back early. Leave early.
Hayden's leaving Friday morning.
Come on.
I could.
What are you going to do with Friday?
Hang out with my family.
Fucking cringe, dude. Who gives a shit? See him every year. You're going to see him for Christmas.
No, different family.
Is it dad's side? Nebraska?
Mom's side is Nebraska.
They're both from Nebraska, aren't they?
Mom's dad's side from Iowa.
Oh, that'd piss him off. Don't tell Chuck I said that.
He doesn't care about it that much.
You don't want to get Iowans and Nebraskans confused. They hate that.
Nebraskans care about it more than Iowans in my experience.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, maybe it's just my family.
Okay. So we are another week. Honestly, the Chiefs have survived the toughest stretch of the season, which are the 2 games that me and Owen can't watch together.
Yeah.
We've got another one coming up.
1-1 record in those games, by the way. Coincidence?
1-1 record.
Struggled against the Panthers in that scenario.
Yeah.
Just so everyone's keeping track.
Yep. And then Raiders on Friday. Hopefully you're there.
Shit, I might have to alter my plans and come back.
Because we're going to have another tough 2-game stretch come late in the season.
Great.
For the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers games. I'll be in Chicago. So unless you're coming up to Chicago for that.
And those people really don't know ball. That's scary,
fair.
bro.
Absolutely. They would absolutely say they don't know football.
Oh, no.
You're not offended anyway there. Okay, let's get into it. Chiefs-Panthers recap.
Panthers.
You know what? I'll say it. Bryce Young played well.
He played great. We made
Bryce
him look
Young
like a superhero.
played very well.
That was the best game of his career for sure.
We made him look good also.
Yeah, but you say that, but all of the throws he made,
yes.
Like it wasn't like, it wasn't like how I explain to people about Will Greer when he was at West Virginia. it wasn't like Will Greer was just launching a ball into the stratosphere, and our corners were so bad. The dude had all the time. The wide receiver had all the time in the world to just go find it.
Yeah.
These were on target, on time throws with blitzers in his face.
Yeah, this is like Bryce Young was getting lit up. He would take a look at where the wide receiver was and just throw it to a spot, and the guy would hit it
And he would get lit up.
it was impressive.
He played very well.
Everybody was like, holy shit. Yeah.
He had a great game. Unfortunately, the Chiefs is the Chiefs, so we'll take that W. Thank you.
And that's, I mean, a lot of people talk about it, they're like, oh, I can't believe this happened. I can't believe they did all this stuff. A lot of people say that. And then, but the thing about it is the Chiefs, like, there are teams that lost. There are good teams that lost to other teams. The Texans fucking lost to the Titans this week.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh lost to
The Browns.
the Browns. Yes. I mean, I think without the snow, I think they probably win that game. But the snow's the great equalizer.
I don't know, bro. With
Snow and wind.
the way Jameis was talking, I don't think you were going to beat Jameis on that day, no matter what the weather was.
Jameis, I don't know if you know this about Jameis or not. He always talks like that, even on the games they lose.
So
Also,
I
this is
saw
the
a TikTok
Panthers.
comment. I saw a TikTok comment that was like, Jameis is the only one crazy enough to believe what he's saying.
I will say it was the Panthers salute to service game.
Yeah.
Sir Purr was wearing an Army uniform the whole time.
Sir Purr is a solid
mascot name,
Solid
but
mascot.
also solid stolen valor. Arrest Sir Purr. I've been saying it. Execute Sir Purr by firing squad.
You know, many people are asking
I'm
for this.
sick of them pretending to be our troops. Execute Sir Purr. I've said it.
Murder
Murder him.
treason.
Take him out back. I want Sir Purr's pelt
I mean, also
on this show.
For example,
Put it on the back.
you know, with all these
No more green screen.
with,
Just Sir Purr's
with
fur.
everyone like commenting on the Chiefs record, why are we not talking about how the Bills lost to this hapless Texans team? They
Yes.
only beat the terrible Jets by 3.
Right.
And then they got blown out by the Ravens 35-10.
Right. It's one of those where I don't know how to tell you all, but like the NFL doesn't have rankings. It doesn't matter how we beat them. And people say, well, I mean, you know, at some point you do have to talk about them being frauds. No, you don't. We beat good teams. We've beat solid teams. And we're going to get better. That's the thing. I think that's, I mean, if we're still, you know, listen, if it comes to, I'm trying to think, what other bad teams do we have left to face?
Raiders again?
No, this is our second time playing the Raiders already.
Yeah, well, just one more time we play them again.
No. But if we struggle against, man,
We don't have an easy schedule.
we have Broncos, Chargers, Texans, Steelers. What are we, 10-1? So we have 6 games left. So that's so Raiders, Broncos, Steelers, Texans, Chargers. What's the last? There's one more game.
Broncos is the last game of the year.
Yeah, but I'm
Here,
counting out 5 other games. But we've got 6 left to play. I'm forgetting somebody who might be bad.
Let's see who you're forgetting. You're forgetting the Browns is who you're forgetting.
Okay. If we struggle against the Browns, what week is that?
That is December 15th. So week
Perfect.
Week
That's a perfect barometer.
15.
Because I think we'll be fine against the Raiders. I think we will struggle against the Chargers. I'll be at that game as well, by the way, with people who don't know ball.
Oh shit.
Co-workers.
Oh,
I want to know.
they're quasi ball knowledgeable.
Yeah, they listen to the show.
They're not unknowledgeable.
One of them listens to the show, so they're
So that guy's knowledgeable.
yes, absolutely.
He
we
has
make
to-
you-
he
we
ha-
definitely make you smarter football
He
fans
has
for being
to.
here.
Yeah, man. He learned about bowling for the first 5 minutes of this podcast. He's got to know ball.
So yeah, if we, I think we'll struggle against the Chargers.
Truman, I tweeted this,
Yes.
and I mean it. I am not predicting the Chiefs to win by more than 3 for the rest of the season.
No, I told everybody. I said they'll dominate this game. They'll destroy the Panthers. They'll win by 8. That's what. And I picked.
You were very closely.
24-16, and I was like, you know what? It was pretty close, but it looked like it was going to end up 27-19. I was like, yep, that's about right.
That's crazy.
So
Yeah, I mean, it just shows that Watson has been a pretty important injury for this team. But
Yes.
also, if you take any team in the league, let's take the Ravens for example.
Yes.
And you say, hey, Justin Tucker's injured, Zay Flowers is injured. They don't really have another wide receiver that's great.
Yeah, Zay Flowers out for the year. He's not just
Zay
injured.
Flowers out for the year.
Your second, Rashad, or I guess now it's Deontay Johnson. But before, let's say, you know, at the beginning of the year, Zay Flowers out for the year. Also, Rashad Bateman's probably out until the playoffs at least.
Who's their starting running back? Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry's out. Oh, not fair to compare Derrick Henry to Isaiah Pacheco, but it's like half of Derrick Henry. Or Derrick Henry's like he was on the Titans last year.
Yeah.
And then
you have the defensive player out the whole season.
Yeah, you lose your starting
like
cornerback.
That team is not winning 7 games.
No.
Well, they're probably winning 7 games. Let's be realistic here, but
I don't know.
If you take any other team and you take away their wide receiver 1 and 2 and their starting running back, they're not winning games.
And their starting corner. And you're missing your starting defensive tackle for the first 12 games of
and
the
now
season.
You're on your third string kicker. But, our third string kicker is goated, but
he'll still be fine.
One time
Andy Reid doesn't kick field goals over 50 yards.
One-time record kicker.
Yes. One-time Chiefs record holder, yes. For 1 week, he held that record.
Future trivia question, Spencer was Shader. What was his name? The guy that kicked for us this weekend.
Was it not also Matthew?
No, it's Spencer or something.
Something Schrader? I thought it was Matthew Schrader.
I don't know. He had never kicked a game-winning field goal in his life.
Yep.
Did you see that? In college or pros, he had never kicked a game winner.
How many game winners have the Chiefs kicked this year?
A
How many
lot,
walk-off
apparently.
field goals have we kicked?
I don't know.
We blocked the Broncos.
Yeah. We kicked one against the Bengals.
Islanders are tied 2-2 now.
Oh, my gosh.
They're going to lose to this Red Wings team again, by the way, which is frustrating.
When did they score? How much time is left? 8 minutes left in the game.
Oh, we're cooked. It's over. Let's see.
Bro.
Beat the Ravens by pushing that one out of bounds, which is crazy. Beat the Bengals on a walk-off field goal. Falcons was weird. Chiefs, Chargers, whatever. Saints, we manhandled. Niners, we pretty manhandled.
Yeah.
Raiders, manhandled. Walk-off against the Bucks.
Yep.
Lost to the Bills. Walk-off against the Panthers. That's walk-off. I'm going to call the block field goal a walk-off.
Yeah, of course.
Buccaneers walk-off. And the Bengals walk-off. So, 4?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And 5 if you count.
And we're 10-1?
Isaiah Likely just out of the back.
10-1?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Sounds good. Whatever.
Yeah, I was getting bantered by my Eagles fan friend, and I started off... he's like, Panthers are a tough team. I started off by saying 38-35, of course.
Yes, right.
As you do.
Yes,
of course.
Yes, of course.
And then I said, yeah, dude, I'm not having fun.
Yep.
I was sitting there like trying as best I could, because I'm around a new group of people, to be as silent as I could possibly be.
Yep. Also, I hit the perfect curse by saying Bryce Young was going to hit 300 yards. He did not. He hit 263. I used my curse powers for good.
So before the Panthers got that ball to when they drove down the field.
It was at like 240. And I was like, oh,
so
fuck.
I had the over at 240, 244 and a half.
Yeah.
And Patrick Mahomes had 244 passing yards.
You were like,
and I was like, he's not getting the ball back, and I am going to lose this bet by a half yard. And then, of course, thank God.
Whew.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Figured it out.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, the Chiefs are missing Jalen Watson a lot.
Yes.
Apparently.
For sure.
And hopefully having Omenihu back is able to do what a lot of other NFL teams do, which is just, you blitz less so you can just drop guys into coverage.
3-2 Detroit. Detroit just scored.
Are you serious?
Yes.
It's laughable.
Also,
it's laughable at this point with the Islanders.
The Ravens are up 14-13 at halftime on the Chargers, which is good for us. So,
are you sure they just scored? Because it looks like Google hasn't updated. They might have taken it off.
Yeah. I got the notification from the team account. Yeah, just wait for it.
Oh my goodness, dude!
It happened when I was looking at my phone, and they're pretty quick on it. Like they'll beat like the ESPN Plus stream sometimes. I'm trying to think. Honestly, you know what? Mahomes played well. Mahomes played very well.
He played great.
Especially considering D-Hop played the 4th most snaps out of wide receivers. I know there's a conspiracy theory going around that we're doing that so we don't have to give up a 4th-round pick instead of a 5th-round pick. I also know that people are calling that a conspiracy theory. They're like, there's no way the Chiefs are doing that. There absolutely might be a situation in which the Chiefs are doing that.
Yeah.
The reason the Chiefs have been able to continue this successful run like they have is that they do things like that. They think of all the little things. And so I wouldn't be shocked. Also, and I don't know if you know this, DeAndre Hopkins is old.
And he was hurt for a bit.
Yes. And again, the Chiefs do not play for the regular season.
Nope.
We kind of care. We care about getting the number 1 overall seed. We are still in that driver's seat.
They
We
also-
do not need to throttle these bad teams.
They also care about winning though, and our team was upset that we didn't beat them by more.
Yeah.
But as long as they win the games,
Yes.
it's,
I don't care.
I don't really care either.
Stay healthy. Save your guys. Beat a bad team by 3. Don't care about covering. Don't care about how people rank us in the power rankings.
Nope.
Oh, well. Let's move on. Guess what? I don't know how to tell you this. The Raiders game is going to be 27-23. There it is. It's coming. You'll see my score prediction. Even though it's fucking Spencer. You know, the fact that it's Spencer Rattler.
We might. Wait,
Sorry.
Spencer.
Ritter. Desmond Ritter.
Is it even him?
Yes.
I thought it was some weird ass name.
No, Gardner Minshew's out. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Desmond Ritter.
Yikes.
Let's talk about this. We've kind of two sides of this next coin. Owen, which addition is more likely to fix this team? Omenihu, Pacheco, or DJ Humphries?
Yeah, it's Humphries, and it's not close.
Really?
So right now, right, it's a $2 million contract a year. So for a third of the season, so they're evaluating essentially $6 million a year.
Yes.
But up to 4 with incentives. So they're saying it is a $6 million up to a $12 million per year with incentives if you calculate it for a full season because we're paying him for like 6 games.
Right.
That means that Wanye and Suamatia suck.
That's true.
That means they're terrible, and they're willing to give this guy who's coming off an ACL tear.
Yeah, to be fair,
big money.
We're also like people are talking about it, and it's like he might not be back for. Like I know we're all like, oh, he'll play this week. It's not necessarily him getting up to speed with the playbook. He also we need to make sure he's healthy.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't want to jump. I'm excited for him, but I also am worried about jumping the gun and getting too excited about him. Like, oh, this week will be DJ Humphries, or this week. I think it's going to be like week 14.
Like, Patrick Mahomes is still avoiding sacks, but he's very obviously stressed with the left tackle.
Absolutely.
And the problem as well is that because Mahomes is stressed with the left tackle, he's also stressed with the right tackle. And Jawan Taylor's been good in pass coverage. He's still a highly penalized player, and the penalties have been hurting us recently.
Yep.
But his pass coverage, his pass blocking has been good. But because he can't trust his left tackle, that means his right tackle has to be perfect. And it's just a whole cacophony of bad. But so that's why I'm going Humphries. I think that Pacheco is going to be great. He's going to add some extra pop, no pun intended, to the running back position. And Omenihu is also going to be great because our pass rush really hasn't been getting through. But I think that the left tackle spot is by far the most important.
I do think an underrated part of Pacheco coming back is that everybody's running backs right now have 11 games on their legs. Pacheco has 2 games on their legs, and they're just going to rest Hunt now that Pacheco's back, and they're going to slam you with fresh Pacheco. And then Hunt's going to get back a little bit fresher, and then you're going to have fresh Pacheco and fresh Hunt. Like, you're going to have 8 games on his legs. You're going to have mid-season Pacheco in the playoffs, and probably basically mid-season Kareem Hunt in the playoffs.
And then you're going to have essentially fresh P-Ryan as well, who's just a bowling ball.
Yeah. Man, I also hope Clyde just gets healthy eventually, man. I feel bad for him.
It's with his mental state, man.
It's all PTSD. It's all brought back up by that parade shooting.
That's scary stuff,
Crazy.
Man.
That sucks. Something real quick about to your DJ Humphries point. How many sacks did Carolina have coming into this game?
On the season?
Yes.
They probably had something stupid like 4.
They had 12 sacks coming into this game.
And they got what, 3?
Which means they were second from last in the NFL. They had 5 sacks on this team.
Holy shit.
They had almost 50% of their season total in one game.
Oh.
Do what you will with that. But also, this raises to my point. The Chiefs right now, where do you think they rank in sacks?
I think we're like 21st.
No.
Lower?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
We are 27th in the NFL.
That is not great.
In total number of sacks. And we've played one fewer game. So frame it. I mean, we're like 1 or 2 sacks away from we could be, like 24th. Where were we last year in sacks?
I think we were like top half. I think we were like 12th.
You were right. We were top half. How about number 2 in sacks?
Holy shit! I forgot how good they were.
We had 57 sacks last year.
What was the difference?
We have 21 sacks this year.
Oh, was it just Omenihu coming off the edge? Yeah, because Omenihu played well into the playoffs.
That's what I'm telling you. I think when Omenihu comes back, also 2 really great cornerbacks makes you hold the ball just a second longer. Helps. At 2 good shutdown cornerbacks on either side covers up a lot of that passing game.
Yeah.
To not have Jalen Watson at all or anything, and lose L'Jarius Sneed and then Jalen Watson gets hurt, that sucks.
Yeah.
But I think once you get Omenihu back in, because Omenihu missed the first half of last season too.
Yeah, I remember.
Last year it was like when Omenihu was coming back, you're like, oh, this is kind of just the cherry on top of this pass rush. Now you're like, okay, we need some whipped cream.
Yeah,
This ain't even a Sunday.
We need a third scoop, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
The funniest part about this game, right, is that so far this year the defense outside like the last 2 games has been what's carrying us through these games because the offense has struggled. In this game, the offense looked great. The offense sliced and diced.
Awesome. 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, like 260, 270.
Yeah, just looks great.
That's my quarterback.
Travis Kelce played good. D-Hop caught everything. Noah Gray balls out because he's my GOAT.
Yep.
Justin Watson. If you haven't watched the Dan Orlovsky clip of Justin Watson on the Patrick Mahomes run, please go back and look at it.
Yep.
There's a reason why he's getting a lot of snaps. Just an effort play blocks 2 guys to win the game, essentially. But
yes, yeah, it's crazy. And dude, have you seen the amount of fucking I hate the fucking dummies. They always come out with, I'm starting to think the NFL might be rigged
because no one's hitting him on the sideline.
They're like, look at the effort on this play. Yes, it's a bad team. They have bad effort. That's part of it. Also, if you watch somebody's like, what's 23 doing on this play?
Stumbling because he got blocked?
Yes. Not only did he get hit, he also takes a bad angle. Bad defensive players take bad angles. This is a bad team. This is what bad teams do. And they're like, I don't even know this happened. They're not even trying to hit
They're
him.
scared to hit him on the sideline. You just don't know be to flag.
Dude.
And you have big talking heads saying that shit.
The Carolina Panthers, like play-by-play guys, were like, well, Mahomes did that thing where he looks like he's gonna, go out of bounds and he turns it upfield. It's like, dude, he was 4 yards from the sideline.
Yeah, he was not.
And but I do think like people talk about number 23. And this is about a little bit of both sidesism here, but they're talking about number 23 chasing him down. I think that guy had kind of given up on the play, thinking that Mahomes was gonna go outside of our blocker and just go right out of bounds. And then Justin Watson came in, cleared him out. And Mahomes goes right up the sideline.
Yep.
I don't know. When people talk about it, it's just the dumbest.
The thing is as well, like, people are like, oh, they're scared to hit Mahomes on the sideline. Yeah, they are. You know why? Because Mahomes is really good at doing that thing where he just jukes right out of bounds, and then you hit him, and then he gets the penalty.
Yeah.
Mahomes is good at that. I'd be scared to tackle Mahomes near the sideline. He's really good at drawing that flag.
Yep. Sorry. Don't know what to tell you. I would still follow him there.
It's kind of like,
And I also think the refs know that he does that. I don't think they're going to immediately call that flag. I think you still have a little, like we saw Patrick Queen got away with it, in the first week of the season. I think there's,
it's kind of like a player that I never liked playing against, but was always really good. Frank Mason. Like, obviously not me personally, but when K-State played against him, Frank Mason was insanely good at doing the play where you, as a point guard, you jump up like as someone's moving to your left, you jump up with them. Yep. You run your arms straight into theirs. You draw the penalty. You draw the whistle, and then you get the end one.
Hey, you know who is really good at getting a penalty called? Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen was great. That unnecessary roughness is fucking stupid.
Oh my gosh,
So I was at the game. Subtle flex.
That was terrible.
I was in the suite. I couldn't see. That was like.
Did you go back and watch the replay?
That was like, yeah, I saw it.
That was terrible.
What are you doing? What? He's hitting him in the chest.
I don't know how you're throwing
and
that
fucking flag. Adam Thielen's fucking celebrating all that bullshit. Fuck that guy. You know what? Now fuck Adam Thielen. I'll say it.
The announcers were like, yeah, that's enough helmet to helmet in the head neck area. I'm like, oh my gosh. He hit him straight in the center of his chest.
Adam Thielen, though.
White guy. Yeah.
But
good job. Good job. Way to hold up the white guy in the NFL brand.
Yeah. He also, on that pass interference in the end zone that they called McDuffie for, yes. Did he do it? Oh, actually, sorry. The one that got them down to the
2-point conversion?
No, I'm not talking about the 2-point conversion. The one that got them down to the 1.
Yeah.
Like, I would say it was pass interference, but also he jumped in a spot that he could not have caught that ball.
Right, yeah.
But that was absolutely the draw penalty. He knew that ball was over his head, But he did a vet savvy move and fucking jumped and grabbed that. And that's people will talk about that where they're like that play is totally missed because it was a very veteran move, heady move, real gym rat, real coach's son, knowledgeable about the game. White guy. Yeah. But then they talk about Patrick Mahomes, they're like he's abusing that sideline. It's cuz they hate the Chiefs. You have Chiefs derangement syndrome.
CDS is real, folks.
I mean, that's it. He's 4 yards from the sideline. You're like, well, I assumed he was going to go out of bounds. Well, then you're a fucking moron. I don't want to tell you. Then your team doesn't hustle enough. He did in the fourth quarter. That's anybody's ever played football had to hear the fucking head coach be like, well, we're conditioning today so you don't get tired in the last minute 40 and don't hit Patrick Mahomes as he runs out of bounds. That's basically what they all say.
Right.
I guarantee you the John Harbaugh said that over in the offseason. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Jim Harbaugh? Which one do we have?
In our division?
Do we have Jim?
Jim.
We have Jim. Sorry, Jim Harbaugh said that to the chart. I'm going to have to add that to the...
Well, they're both technically in our division. They're both in the AFC.
They're in our conference.
Yeah.
Not in our division. They're both technically in our...
Sorry. The Cats are playing upstairs.
I wonder if Tina's still doing the laser.
Probably.
But, sorry, we're hearing so many noises right now. I hope you guys. I hope you guys are hearing it, so you guys know what we were reacting to. But yes, I guarantee you that when they were conditioning this offseason, they were saying you gotta do this so you can stop Patrick Mahomes when he's driving in the fourth quarter, all that stuff. And the Panthers are bad, so they didn't do that.
Yep. I mean, just stop with the narratives.
And this next question kind of goes hand in hand with addition more likely to fix his team. So,
okay.
To wrap up, I'm on Omenihu. I think Omenihu is going to make the biggest move.
I'm on Humphries.
You're on Humphries. I think a lot of by the question. I know we've all basically settled that he's going to replace the left tackle whenever he's healthy.
Yeah.
Have we thought about putting him at the right tackle?
And just moving Jawan over?
Maybe. Or just benching Jawan Taylor?
No, stop.
Jawan Taylor was ass this game, buddy.
Guys, he was fine.
He had fucking 3 penalties back to back. He had 2 penalties back to back, and then he just let a sack go.
Jawan Taylor is allowed to have bad games because there are games when nothing gets by him.
Jawan Taylor is also paid $20 million.
Yeah, that's fine. Wanye Morris lets every guy past him, so.
Mm-hmm. Not every guy.
Jawan Taylor made us talk about Trey Hendrickson like he's a really good defensive end.
Trey Hendrickson is a good defensive end.
That was mainly just to piss off Logan when he listens to this.
He's like, all right.
No, but Wanye Morris made whoever their defensive end is. I don't even know who the fuck it is. Their right side defensive end?
I have no idea.
Exactly. No. They had 5 sacks.
That's what I was telling him. I was like, I was telling somebody that before the game. I was like, I know a lot about the NFL. Too much, some would say. I only know
3 players on this team.
Yes. I was like, I know that Chuba Hubbard's on this team, Bryce Young is on this team,
Adam Thielen,
and I only know Jonathan Brooks because I need him. It's like, that's it.
They also have
legit. And now that we've played, J.C. Horn. I remember J.C. Horn.
You know
what?
Who's their left defensive?
I'm going to do top five Panthers players. That's what we're doing.
Who's their left defensive end? It was a name that was recognizable.
I don't know. It used to be Brian Burns, but I think
he used to play for the Texans.
Jadeveon Clowney.
Yes.
He was there, yes. Yes. When he ran out, I was like, what the?
Yeah,
oh!
That's what I said. There was a play where it was showing the line and Mahomes was like, throwing like a 12-yard slant or whatever. I'm like, I did not know that Jadeveon Clowney played for the Panthers.
Yep. So, yeah, we're going to do top 5 Panthers players.
Truman, our list is going to be the fucking same. That's stupid. Don't do that.
You got a good top 5?
No, but we can't do that one. We only know 5 players. We just found out that we knew 4.
All right. Either way, this next question kind of goes hand in hand with this question. Who's been the biggest disappointment on the team this year?
I'd like to say Mahomes, but the left tackle spot has increasingly been so bad.
Mahomes. I mean, I don't think you can pin this on Mahomes. Mahomes is also looking better now that we've got him some weapons. I think he would have been awesome if Rice and Brown stayed healthy.
I'd probably say Najee Johnson then, as much as I hate to pick on a guy who was hurt and is playing his first full season. Because everyone else is playing, maybe Nick Bolton because his coverage has been exposed, but he's made huge plays to save the game.
He's made some plays.
I don't know. It's hard to, you can't really pick on any of these guys because right now it's a system that's not working.
I'd pick on Joshua Williams. I think Joshua Williams might be the biggest disappointment.
Maybe.
Somebody that we thought was going to compete for starting snaps can't break this lineup of cornerbacks.
And keeps having special teams penalties.
Is barely playing on special teams now. He gets like 4 snaps a game. It's all on special teams. What the hell happened to that guy?
I don't know, man. It's been tough for him.
Stop worrying about being TikTok famous. You're hilarious on TikTok. Get better at coverage.
Get better at staying inbounds on being a gunner on special teams, please. Can't do that apparently.
Did he? And somebody said he got penalized for that last week. I totally missed that.
Yes, he did.
I missed that when he got penalized
he did.
last week, I guess. Was it in the first half?
Yeah.
That's why. I was at a bridal expo.
Yeah.
Which is definitely not why we lost. We lost that game in the second half. I watched all the second half. We lost that game because you were with your family who don't know ball.
My family does know ball.
Nope. Not enough. Not enough ball.
Apparently not.
My coworkers do know enough ball because we won. Your family doesn't know ball because we lost.
Truman freaking Superman caping a win versus the Panthers.
Shout out my coworkers. Got it done.
Shout out all 7 of them.
Yeah, it's true. Small company.
Is it actually 7?
No, I have 9 coworkers.
Fuck.
In Kansas City, and we've got a couple down in Springfield.
Oh, I didn't know you had more.
5 or 6 down in Springfield.
I would say Truman's coworkers have been the biggest disappointment on the team.
I've been the biggest disappointment to all my coworkers. To be fair,
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Truman's coworkers who are listening to this. My biggest disappointment is definitely Wanya Morris or Sumatia.
Sumatia, actually, you know what? You're right. Sumatia is the biggest disappointment.
He quote unquote won the starting spot, and I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Like, he's beating it over a guy that, was starting at the end of the year last year.
It lasted 2 games. Lasted a game and a half. And he was a healthy scratch.
And I even saw him in the airport one time.
That's what I was just talking about that. You know how we should have known that he was going to be a bust? Flying Southwest. Oh, that's a tough look.
Oh my! You stop the Southwest slander.
But listen,
bags fly free.
I love
Truman.
Southwest.
Bags fly free, Truman.
That's right. For us commoners, absolutely.
You think
Southwest
he should have been
makes
flying
sense.
a better
That
airline?
man should have been in the Delta Sky Lounge. What was he doing out there? It's $600 to join this Delta Sky Lounge. If I was making $400,000, I would immediately put it towards the Delta Sky Lounge.
Maybe he's
put
just
$600 towards it.
Maybe he's
especially if I was famous. If I was
maybe
the first overall draft pick, or the second draft pick in Kansas City.
Maybe he was just Penny Wise. You think he was dollar dumb?
He was a clown.
You
Yeah,
think
he is a fucking clown. Penny Wise, man.
He was dollar dumb, maybe.
We should have known. He also wasn't like he was sitting down, but I feel like when you're sitting down, you should feel like you're a huge human being.
He didn't look that big.
He didn't look that big. No.
Me saying this as a 5'10", 175-pound guy.
And by the way, he would rip us limb from limb. He would pick us up with 2 fingers and fucking rip us in half. But I still think we should have known at that moment.
He didn't look like Shrek. I knew it was bad.
No. He didn't have a smile on his face.
The Red Wings scored again. It is over. 4-2.
Yeah, open net goal, I'm sure. Biggest disappointment. I think Kingsley Sumatia has to be.
I think the New York Islanders roster as a whole.
Everybody getting hurt. I mean, Barzal's out.
Wait, Barzal's out?
Yes.
I didn't even know that Barzal was out. I've been half watching because
he's been out for 4 or 5 weeks, and Duclair's out for 2 months.
So what you're saying is that the Islanders
also,
are going to
Pellick is hurt too.
So what you're saying is that the Islanders are going to do the exact same thing they did last year and kind of wait in the wings but be within striking distance and then turn it on in January?
The Islanders, if you keep looking at their record, they've never been more than a game up below or above 500.
I know.
They were 8-5 going to this game. They're 8-9. I bet they win the next one. 9-5 probably.
Yeah, absolutely.
They win or lose in overtime next time.
Ooh, I like it. I like a start of another point streak with 3 overtime losses and 2 wins.
God,
I love it.
That'd be fucking sick. Okay.
Thank goodness that overtime losses counted half as much as a win in hockey, which is crazy.
That's right. Nowhere else on YouTube or Spotify can you get Chiefs Islanders.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Get totally distracted
if
from
you're
Chiefs content with Islanders.
If you're a Long Island Chiefs bandwagon fan, this is the podcast for you.
Which, by the way, I don't think I shouted them out at the beginning. For all the people that do actually support this podcast with extra money.
Yes, sir.
Shout out the people over the patrons over at patreon.com/opendisaster. Shout out Ozzy, Dylan, Skylar, Joe, Aaron, and Mailbox Kiss City. We have to do field research, but I think they're still open.
Could possibly be still open.
I might see them this week, so I'll ask them if they're
Not
still open.
sure.
We'll see. Not the biggest disappointment this year.
Definitely not.
Mailbox, biggest surprise this year. With
not
the
a
shake?
Surprise, actually.
With the shake?
Actually, the shake was a surprise. It was not ready.
Fucking awesome. And the cones, dude?
I had a cone. That shit was fire.
Yeah. There you go. Biggest disappointment, Kingsley, I think. I'm sorry. I know you're a second-round pick, but, man, we thought you were going to be more than
Don't worry.
healthy scratch.
You still got a lot of contract left to figure it out, but we're hoping you don't go the Breland Speaks route. I know a different position, but.
Yeah. All right. Chiefs versus Raiders preview. Raiders fucking suck, man.
Dude, if this game, honestly, I think the Panthers are a better team than the Raiders.
Yes. This team has actually eating them out. Just no, not what I meant. Hold on. Sorry.
Hey, yo.
Sorry about that.
They still have Max Crosby, though.
Yes, that is. I think everybody's said that. Max Crosby is about to have 5 sacks, and somehow the Raiders are going to lose
By 9. Maybe.
You just said it.
Could be 8.
Come on, you just said it.
They're still going to lose by 3.
There you go. I was like, you just picked at the beginning. I said I'll give you my score prediction here in a minute, but I already gave it to you.
I might predict them to lose by 6.
You never learn, do you, buddy?
No.
What's the spread?
I bet you it's Chiefs minus 12.
I bet you it's Chiefs by 2 scores. I'd take the other way.
Listen, it's fine. Why don't we just let Vegas cook for once? They set good lines. Like, I love.
Money.
By the way, I just love their Noah Gray over under at 18 yards. That is just the freest bet of all time.
They're still leaving it down there?
Yes.
That's crazy.
It was at 18.5 this weekend. I said,
really?
thank you, and I put $15 on it.
Fuck was it? Fucking first drive, he hit that.
Yeah, I know. I put 15.
He was wide open. Everybody was wide open on that play, dude.
I know.
Chiefs Raiders 13.5. Oh my god, I'm pounding the Raiders. I'm going to take the Raiders at 8.5. I'm taking the Raiders plus 8.5.
That's still scary. They're so bad, Truman.
1 score, dude.
Bryce Young just looked like a superhero because he's actually not that terrible of a quarterback. He's still bad. He's not that terrible. Whoever the fuck is starting for the Raiders is truly giga ass.
Desmond Ridder.
To be a backup for the Raiders, you have to be so bad.
Almost a DoorDasher. Ugh.
He's basically a podcaster.
But
And he's basically a streamer.
me and you?
Yeah, dude.
Let me know.
You might be able to make better reads.
No.
Truman, you used to play in middle school.
High school. Not quarterback.
Yeah, I was gonna say you played.
I was taller than the other kids when I got to high school, and
Really?
now I'm 5'10" on a good day. My hair's getting long, so I'm 5'10" right now. Raiders versus Chiefs preview. Max Crosby's gonna eat. Desmond Ritter's probably going to be ass.
I fear I ate the queso.
The Chiefs might, if Omenihu and Pacheco are back, they could win by 10.
What if, man?
They beat this team by 13 earlier in the year? No, they beat the Saints by 13. They beat this team 27-20 earlier in the year, dude.
Whoa. Huge stomping.
No, it's not. That's the point. That was with fucking Minshew. Although, to be fair, the Raiders scored with 2 minutes left to make it 27-20. It was 27-13. It was 17-13 going into the fourth quarter.
Whoa.
Okay, dude. All right. Give me some analysis. Stop betting. Stop gambling. Are you gambling over there?
Yeah, I was. I was setting up my 5-team parlay in advance.
Okay.
Listen.
Coward.
If the Chiefs make another quarterback look like a superhero, then this week I will be genuinely concerned. I don't think the Chiefs will lose this game because even though Andy Reid...
No, I don't think the Chiefs will lose this
game. Though Andy Reid likes to keep it close, he always wins the games he should.
Yep.
Outside of like 1 or 2 per year. But this team as a core does not have enough weak spots to just flat out lose.
I also think we now know that Antonio Pierce is a bad coach. I think we can all agree on that now. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
So I just don't believe in the Raiders' pieces at all. They don't have wide receivers that are good. They don't have a good quarterback. They don't have a good running back. And they have their best players are 1 defensive end and 1 tight end. That is not good enough for you to win a game.
Yep.
Especially not against the Kansas City Chiefs.
I would take Brock. My parlay that I'm going to build is Brock Bowers over on yards, Noah Gray over on yards, Max Crosby over on sacks.
They might have him at his line at 1.5 sacks.
Chris Jones to record half a sack or over.
Nazi Johnson to record a sack sneaker.
Oh, we can't say sneaker. And then
We'll
Raiders
Why not?
Raiders plus 8. That's my same game parlay for you.
I don't like Raiders plus 8 because
Sorry, plus 8.5.
They're so bad that they could
Get the
lose by
hook.
more. They're so bad that the Chiefs could beat them by 10.
The issue won't let me build that won't let me build that parlay right now. Wait, maybe it will because we play early. Nope. Oh. No.
Damn.
We'll see. By the way, well, hold on. I can pull up the alternate spread. Oh, Raiders plus 8.5. What the? Raiders plus 8.5 is plus 150. You make that deal?
No.
Wrong.
No. I don't like betting spreads for this Chiefs team. This Chiefs team is so bipolar it could do anything.
It's true.
You never know. If
the Chiefs finally scored 30.
Patrick Mahomes threw 2 picks and we beat the Raiders by 7. If he plays as well as he did against the Panthers, against the Raiders, we might actually win by 20.
Yeah, maybe. Unless Max Crosby goes crazy.
White guy! Yeah!
Is he white though? Is he?
Hashtag RN4L. Raiders Nation for life. Have you seen that tweet?
Did he say that?
No, he tweeted out like something and he put hashtag RN4L and everybody's like, what does that hashtag mean?
And he's like, Raiders Nation for life.
Yeah, somebody was
and everyone's like,
Raiders.
There is. Did you see that clip of him when he was definitely about to say the N word and he like caught himself?
Yes. I have a question. This could be potentially insensitive. It's fine. Who do you think everyone would be more okay with saying the N-word? Max Crosby or Russell Wilson?
Max Crosby.
Maybe. Honestly. I feel like there would be less outrage. I feel like they're like, you know what? Yeah, why not? But Russell Wilson, they're like, nah, that's corny, dude. No way.
Corny. They would say corny.
They would call him corny for sure. Yep.
Yeah. You know, hey, it's that's definitely a question.
Yeah.
Twitter would debate.
That's why you come to Dahm. That's true. It's for the tough questions.
That is a tough question.
All right. Ready?
Yes.
Score prediction.
Yeah. I'm gonna break my rule immediately after setting it.
God.
Give me Chiefs 27, Raiders 17.
Okay. Give me the Chiefs dominating this team. They're going to throttle them. They're going to beat the hell out of them. I think they really you never feel like this game is going to be close. 27-23, Chiefs. Like every week, dude. I mean, that's
a 27-23. So Chiefs get up 27 in the fourth. The Raiders get a touchdown, then miss the 2-pointer, and then miss the onside kick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just saying. All right. We don't have hot takes this week. I forgot to tweet it out, but do follow us, twitter.com/steammachine, twitter.com/.
You can still send them in whenever. You don't have to wait for Truman to tweet it.
True. It's true. We're going to talk about Steelers instead of hot takes.
Yes.
You're so close.
Truman,
If that wasn't a snow game, I think the Steelers do it, and I think you'd be wearing.
I don't have to wear the Dunes cap today. I don't. But I wanted to talk about this, and I'm kind of glad we missed, because Truman, I'm just gonna tell you it's possible.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
We're gonna go over the Steelers' remaining schedule of 6 games. Okay. And you're gonna tell me which one of these games are just super easy and free.
Okay, and then I'm gonna pull up their schedule and tell you a game that they've played similar to it that they've won.
Okay. First off, Steelers go to the Bengals.
The Steelers they have not played the Bengals yet, but they did beat the Jets 37-15.
Okay. Steelers versus Bengals. Anything could happen.
Anything could happen.
Jamar Chase always gets fired up for rivalry games. Dude could go off for 180 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Then they play the Steelers again. Quick turnaround.
Steelers-Giants 26-18. I think it'll be fine.
26-18 isn't a huge stomping either.
I don't need a stomping, Owen. I need them to win one game.
Yeah, that's true.
Owen, I need them to go above 500.
Sure.
To have that.
That's fine.
That Browns game has it written all over.
Then Steelers at Eagles.
Steelers beat the Ravens.
Yeah,
Very similar.
the
18-16.
Ravens are actually fraudulent, but
Yes.
then the Steelers go to the Ravens.
Steelers-Ravens 18-16.
That's very losable though.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Steelers host the Chiefs, very losable.
28-27.
And then they host
at the Commanders.
And then they host the Bengals.
That's going to be very similar to the Browns-Steelers game.
I'm just saying,
they're going to lose.
It's not inconceivable.
I think we talked about it on the show a while ago. If they don't do it in these in these 3 games, at the Browns, at the Bengals, hosting the Browns, then I will get concerned. If they lose those 3 games, I will be concerned.
If they lose at Bengals, home to Browns, at Eagles.
No. Just counting this Browns game.
Oh, okay.
That sucks to lose that game, and they would have won that game if it didn't start snowing. That's my take on it.
Jameis was wanting to play in a snow game.
That doesn't. Jameis says that shit every week. We talked about this before. I do not care what Jameis has to say, but
he just gave glory to God. Truly.
They are then going to the Bengals. That they could lose that game.
Bengals still technically can make the playoffs.
Man, they're 1 loss away though from really being sunk.
Yeah.
Although 10-7 actually wouldn't be that awful.
You wouldn't want to go into a hungry wolf's den, Truman. And you really don't want to go into a hungry Tigers Paycor Stadium.
Dude, that's what the fucking Steelers fucking thrive on. Are teams that everyone's like, I don't think Steelers.
No, they thrive on being the hungry team. They never have expectations.
They did have expectations. Everybody expected them to beat the Browns.
Yeah, but I mean, like as a team.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull up.
As an overall team.
I'm gonna pull up old trusty scores and odds. If you look at normally they'll let you know how every game. So. The Steelers on first game of the season. Falcons were favored by -4. Steelers won that game.
Okay.
Second game of the season, they were favored by 2.5 against the Broncos. Won that game, covered. Third game of the season, favored by 2.5 against the Chargers. They won that game.
Okay.
Next game, favored against the Colts. Lost that game. Perfect. That's exactly what they do. Game following that, favored against the Cowboys. Lost that game.
And they're terrible, man.
Yes. Next game, only favored by 3.5, and they beat the Raiders by 19.
That's because the Raiders are
That's
awful.
how you beat
That's
the Raiders.
because the Raiders are awful.
Smack them in the back of the head. Next game, Jets favored by 2.5 against the Steelers. Steelers beat the Jets by 22.
Ugh, the Jets are so bad.
Next game, Steelers favored by 6. They cover 8 against the Giants. Game after that, heading to the Commanders. Commanders are favored. Steelers win. Steelers host the Ravens. Ravens are 3.5-point favorites. Steelers win.
You're just telling me that all of their games are close this whole time. No one's been
Against
favored.
the spread, they're 8-3. I'd take them against the spread.
Yeah, against the spread.
Spread's 2.5.
Can't wait for them to finish 8-9.
There's no way.
There is a way. It's if they don't score as many points as the other teams, the 6 other teams they play, they'll go 8-9.
Owen, I'd like to have a wager.
What's the wager?
I need a little extra cheddar cheese if I'm gonna take this bet.
What's the wager?
I need you to bring in a bag of shredded cheddar cheese.
I'll get you a bag. What's his bet though? Before I agree,
I'm trying to think what would be enticing enough for you.
Is it for them to not go 8-9? Because I'm never
Yes.
taking that bet in a million years. Of course they won't go 8-9. I'm just saying it's possible.
But what if I offer you something super enticing?
Like what? 1 Miller Lite.
What if I?
Truman, I'm not gonna take this bet. They're not gonna go 8-9. They're gonna make me wear the Dunes cap. They're gonna win a game.
Fair. I'm trying to think. I'd wear the Dunes cap, obviously.
If they went 8-9,
Yep.
of course you would.
All off season.
That's pretty good. That's not gonna happen. No, I'm not taking any bets. The Steelers and Seahawks have been disappointing me in the same exact way. Winning games they have no business winning.
And losing games that they should win.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Coward.
Yeah, I am a coward. You can call me coward.
NFC South Team of the Week. Baker, dude. Love Baker.
Baker.
Fucking hit the fucking...
You hit the
DeVito.
Spider-Man 2 Pizza Time music dance.
I mean, what's funny is the Giants... Did you see the Giants statement where they were like, when we benched Daniel Jones, we didn't expect him to immediately want to be released? It was like,
What?
Yeah, they said they were like, it was like, dude, you paid him $40 million. Why are you benching him? And they benched him, and he was like, please release me. And they did not expect him to do that, I guess.
I'm telling you, poverty organizations make poverty decisions.
Yes. And listen, Daniel Jones wasn't good, but he's better than that guy. He's better than fucking Tommy
DeVito.
Cutlets. You know?
I started him in one of my leagues too.
Ass.
Not good.
Did he have negative points?
I don't know. Let me go
Had to
find
be
the team
close.
that he was on.
Honestly, had to have been close.
It might have been in my Yahoo fucking league.
It just sucks, dude. I mean,
I had Daniel Jones in quite a few leagues. It did suck for me.
I think they fucking toasted that guy. Closest Scorigami of the week. Ooh, good question.
I don't know this one. Did you keep track of this?
No, but I can pull it up real quick. NFLScorigami.com for all you Scorigami heads. Wow. No great ones this week. But 32-27 Titans over Texans. That only happened 4 times. That was a very normal score until C.J. Stroud ran out the back of the end zone.
Tommy DeVito got me 10 points.
Yeah, that's actually not that
And a win this week.
That's all that garbage time. That's garbage time right there.
Yep.
How many did you win by?
I won by 16.
Okay, so he didn't get you the win.
I guess not.
No.
I guess that would be, I would probably say Jonnu Smith because I made the very tough decision to start him over George Kittle. And that ended up profiting me 3.5 points. Yep.
Yeah, it did.
And I also benched the
we're gonna
Bears.
talk about Jonnu
I also
Smith.
benched the Bears defense for the Dolphins defense, and that netted me 14 total points.
Fair enough. Dom, that is not your pick of the week. Give me Browns over Steelers.
Give me Seahawks over Cardinals. I mean, no one can beat my Cardinals like that. So
Yeah, Cardinals had a weird game.
6 points. Weird.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, Steelers, Browns. Listen, if it doesn't snow,
Truman.
it doesn't snow that second half, the Steelers beat the hell out
God
of them.
bestowed that win upon Jameis Winston.
Oh my God. The way Jameis talks, he should fucking bestow the rest of the season to him. If you're talking about the way Jameis was
Well, that's
speaking.
just the thing. He does.
Oh my God.
That's just the thing.
The Browns went out. The Browns won the Super Bowl with Jameis Winston.
Truman,
Cinema.
God gave him another day to play football.
Oh my God.
I don't know how you're not seeing this.
They play for the mascots on their helmets. Even though there's no stickers on their helmets. Let's play football. Did you hear him give that?
Is that an actual quote?
Yeah, that was like, yeah, you should go look that up. Where he's like, we play for the team on the side of our helmets. He's like, well, there's no team on the side.
It's out of our helmets.
It's like, oh my God,
That's pretty funny.
I mean, he's incredibly entertaining.
He's the most entertaining QB in the league. No one will ever forget the 30-30 season. That's not getting replicated ever.
I love Baker. I'll say it. Baker.
Who do you think?
I tweeted that out this week. They can never make me hate you, Baker Mayfield.
They could for a while.
I'm so ready for you to be in movies.
Can you please be back in the Progressive commercials?
You know the funniest Baker Mayfield moment for me still is the
At
one
home
where
with
he's
Baker Mayfield?
no, those were very funny. But also on Hard Knocks, there's some clip of him just like doing like QB film study, and they just cut to him and he just goes, "Fuck."
I think I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's my favorite Baker Mayfield clip.
They're probably just showing him miss a read or something.
But also fucking ran 50 yards downfield to make a block. Get Bucky Irvin a couple extra yards for the longest run of his career this week. Awesome.
What about Matt Ariza punting and then just being the first one down the field as well? That guy's insane. What is he doing?
Punt God. There he is. Owen, 5-team parlay.
Another 4-1, folks. Fuck me.
Who
Another 4-1.
Who lost?
My fucking Cardinals.
Ugh. I think I might have hit you with the on that one. But that's all revisionist history. I have no idea for sure.
Good thing I had a great betting weekend on the rest of my bets. Yeah. Vikings win. Buccaneers win. Broncos win. Eagles win. Cardinals. Cardinals lost.
Ooh. All right, I'm ready.
Yeah. So
Give me
this
your next
week,
picks.
I'm not doing a lucky 31 because I just profited 60 cents overall. I'm just gonna bet the picks this time.
Okay.
Cowboys.
You got to place one though. You got to place one parlay though. You gotta
Oh
place a
yeah,
parlay.
no, I have my 5-team parlay.
Okay.
I'm just not doing the lucky 31 as well this time.
Okay.
Here, let me pull it back up. I don't know why it kicked me out of my bet there. Yeah. So first leg, Cowboys over Giants.
Ooh. Ooh.
You think the Tommy DeVito Giants are going to beat the Cowboys?
I don't trust the Cowboys right now. That's a fucking shit fest. That's
Dude,
fucking
it's Cooper Rush.
two animals flinging shit at each other.
Yeah, well, the Cowboys are minus 200 because that's how bad the Giants are.
Ooh, I feel a little
Then I'm
weird
going
right now.
Packers over Dolphins.
Ooh, I feel a little. Yeah.
What do you feel weird about? It's in the cold in Green Bay. We know that Tua cannot play in the cold.
He didn't play in the -10 cold. I wouldn't want to play in that. I loved cold games. I wouldn't play in that.
No.
I wore no sleeves under 32 degrees.
You know who loved playing in that game? My quarterback, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah!
Anyway, next game. I have to do it to him. I'm sorry. Vikings over Cardinals.
Ooh,
You think the Cardinals are going to go into...
You're going to go fucking 0-3, dude.
No way. Then Commanders over Titans.
Yeah!
Because they're bad.
Yeah.
And then rounding out my parlay of picking against teams that I think are bad, is the Buccaneers over the Panthers.
Yeah!
I thought about giving it. Ooh, I'm like obviously it's pretty
Man.
binary, yes, no.
Dude, this parlay
I was like a no, yes, no.
This
on that
parlay
one.
is only plus
Or I was a
575.
yes, no, yes on that one.
This parlay is plus 575, and you're going to get this is my lowest odd parlay of the whole year.
Yeah, and you're gonna lose. You're gonna get fucking dick swapped, dick slapped.
You think I should go?
Mollywopped.
You know,
Dick swapped is what I said.
I
fucking Christ.
so you
is
would
this
endorse the opposite of that parlay.
No, not the opposite. No.
You know what, Truman? Here, why don't we go through those 5 picks, and we can go through it, and I will bet what you're saying I should have on those games.
Okay.
Okay, let's go back through it, and I'll place a new parlay.
Okay.
We'll call it Truman's 5-team parlay of the week, and I'll wait for this one to go 1-4.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay. So I picked Giants Cowboys. You would go Giants here. Just
I wouldn't bet it, to be fair, but I would. But for this sake, yes, I'd go Giants.
Okay, and then you said you would pick Dolphins over Packers.
Again, I wouldn't bet this game, but yes, for this sake of the argument, yes.
And then you would go Cardinals over Vikings.
Yeah, that one I would. Again, it probably wouldn't be part of my parlay.
And then-
That's part of the feeling
And then
weird.
and
It's
then
not
you,
necessarily
and then
a
you
no.
would go Commanders over Titans.
Yes.
And then you would also still go Buccaneers over Panthers.
Yes.
Okay.
But I also feel
so Truman's
I
5-team.
almost feel a little weird about that one.
So Truman's 5-team parlay
I'm sure it's like plus 2,000.
plus 3184.
Oh. Sprinkle a little cheddar cheese.
This pays for the 5-team parlays essentially for 2 years. It's
Put a buck on that.
okay. Yeah, we'll put a buck on it. Yeah.
Actually, you know what?
put two.
Bet Tua on that. Parlay that thing.
I'll bet $2.22 for episode 222.
That's my guy.
That pays out $73 on a $2 bet. Press a button. How are you feeling?
Ooh, I feel a little weird. Honestly, a little weird. I feel a little scared. Oh, sorry, our furnace is kicked on. It is so loud. I bet you guys will be able to hear it just a bit, especially when I'm talking. So
Yeah, just when we're talking though. It'll be okay. Yeah. So yeah. But while we're on my betting, I want to go over the bets that I did win on just real quick. Once again, I said this in the beginning of the episode. If you ever pull up your sportsbook app and you see Noah Gray receiving yards and it's under 20, I want you to fucking hammer that with like 3 units. Because that's what I did.
Yeah!
That's what I did. Freest bet, cashed on his first catch of the game within the first 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah!
Then Patrick Mahomes over at 250 against a bad team. That one, with a new iteration of this Chiefs team and how every team plays 2 high safeties, Patrick Mahomes isn't going to go for 1 billion yards. He's going to have more scrambles. We're going to run the ball more. I don't like normally betting Patrick Mahomes yards. I probably will again against the Raiders, though, because their secondary is terrible.
like this shirt is sweet.
Another one I hit on. Kansas State minus 8.5 against a bad Cincinnati team. Free money.
Oh, man. Good for you. You had the vision. I would not have had that vision.
And then, shout out to friend of the show, watcher of the show, Cole. I saw that DJ Giddens, running back for Kansas State, I saw his over-under was set at 102.5. If it's anywhere near 100, within 5 yards of 100, I want you to bet the over.
He had some bad games. That's why he got walked back. He had some tough weeks but the K-State was having tough weeks. I mean, that's why we ended up that tough.
Yeah. But yeah, that was free. And then of course I went 4-1 on my lucky 31, so that was my last bet.
Oh, I feel a little weird right now.
Made 60 cents off of that.
Nice. Well, there you go. All right. Top 5.
Top 5.
What did we decide? Top 5.
Top 5. Restaurants in Manhattan was a good one.
That was a good one. We have to move on.
Top 5 teams that are going to be picking in the top 5 of the draft this next year.
Yeah, there you go. Teams picking in the draft. Okay. Sure.
Okay. Got to think
Man.
about teams that are just terrible. Okay. This is where ooh. I'm gonna go with that. Obviously they're gonna have the number 1 pick.
Okay.
They're really fighting for this pick on my thought process here.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they're bad.
Trying to think through all the teams that have been bad. Oh, yeah. It's another one.
Yeah.
2 in the same city. That's crazy.
That is wild. Oh man.
They're
Oh
in the top
geez, I almost forgot about this team that's just
Oh,
terrible.
Yeah. Oh, there's an obvious team there. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, I'll go first. Number 5, picking at the 5th pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh.
Man, they're terrible. That is just a team that is horrible, and they should not be that good.
Mm-hmm.
They should be better. Number 4 pick, the Saints. I just don't see them winning too many more games.
It's the NFC South.
But listen,
Anything could happen in the
the
NFC
thing
South.
is that there are enough teams that already have wins that I think they'll still just fucking lose games.
That's right.
Number 3, the Jets. They're horrible. They have a 42-year-old quarterback who's not the GOAT.
Okay.
Man, crazy to see how that didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, the Raiders. No quarterback, no direction. Going to be firing their head coach, maybe even their GM. And number 1, the Panthers. Although Bryce Young looked good, I don't see too many more wins on their schedule, and they will be picking number 1 again. And then they'll be a good team next year, probably Texans-esque. I bet you they win 9 games next year.
So walk me back through it again.
So at number 5, I got Jacksonville. Number 4 pick, the Saints. Number 3, the Jets. Number 2, the Raiders. Number 1, the Panthers. Which ones did I miss?
I got it. Ready?
Go ahead.
Number 5, Panthers. I think they're going to win a game or 2 on the way out here.
Huh. Okay.
Against the Saints, probably. But maybe. Number 4, the Jaguars. I forgot they were fucking ass. And they're probably going to fire Dougie P here soon.
Yeah. Tough.
Apparently, they're making a big switch. According to Dougie P, on the bye week, they made some big switch. Trevor Lawrence is playing safety now. No. Number 3, the Raiders. Awful. This team's awful. I wonder if Antonio Pierce is going to survive it. I wouldn't let him, but we'll see. Number 2, the Jets.
Yeah, they're horrible.
Awful team. And the other team in New York, number 1, the Giants.
Yeah. Oh, did I
Which is
leave the
the team you
Giants off
forgot.
here?
Yep.
That's funny.
That team's ass. Mega doo-doo ass.
Yeah, man. New Jersey team's just awful, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Can you believe we're going to be sending foreign soccer fans to New Jersey to watch World Cup games?
That is crazy. That's like the final's going to be there.
They're going to get mugged.
The final's going to be in New Jersey. There's more dangerous places. The World Cup's probably been held.
Brazil? I mean, yeah.
Yes.
Just right off the rip.
Yeah.
People
All right.
did get mugged there, though.
Yeah, I'm sure. All right. Pop Culture Minute. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
So, as you well know, Truman, and as I added you on Twitter, on Saturday morning, my lovely Tottenham Hotspur
Just because they did this, you get to take a minute.
beat Man City 4-0.
Normally,
But
I'm
that's
against
not
this.
what this is about, Truman.
Oh,
This is about how I am only allowed around 5 minutes of happiness cheering for Tottenham Hotspur every year.
I saw that.
Because this Monday morning, it was announced that our starting goalkeeper had ankle surgery. So he will probably be out 2 to 3 months.
Oof.
And that if that's not Tottenham, I don't know what is. Just, having this monumental win on the road, Man City hadn't lost there for over 500 days. So beat him 4-0. Huge win. Ripples across the league. Hey, by the way, your starting goalkeeper's out.
Pray to a heel on that thing.
Oh my God, I hate you.
It's so old. It's such an old joke.
Yeah, but just there is no only pain. So yeah, I encourage all you guys to be Tottenham fans with me. It's a lot of fun. It'll always keep you on your toes. So yeah,
It makes me feel
all I really
better.
have.
Anytime Tottenham loses, I always immediately talk shit to Owen. But also, if anybody's like, "Do you cheer for a Premier League team?" I was like, "Yeah, kind of Tottenham, I guess." I had that happen where I was telling one of the clients I had taken on the trip because Owen was tweeting at me. I was like, I know Owen's going crazy right now. And then I saw you tweet at me, and I was like, oh my god.
My mom asked me if I even watched the game because
And that guy was an Arsenal fan also. A lot of Arsenal fans.
So actually, the two biggest fan bases in America are Arsenal and Tottenham.
Really?
Tottenham's actually the biggest one in America.
Is it really not Man United?
You'd think it would be, but it is actually Tottenham. For whatever reason, Tottenham has traveled really well over into America.
That's weird.
Internationally, though, it is Man United.
Because I never heard of him before I met you.
Yeah.
Never heard of Tottenham. But I had heard of United.
Well,
Man
United's just
and Liverpool.
United's like one of the 10 biggest teams in the whole world.
I think Liverpool's pretty big too.
They're not. They're actually rivals, Man United and Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
Man United's still a little bit bigger, I'd say.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think Liverpool's maybe number 2.
Oh, in terms of like Premier League fans abroad, probably yeah.
Yeah.
Liverpool's probably
With
up
Salah? Isn't that where Salah is?
there. Yep.
Yep.
Great player.
See? The fact that I know that means that it's fairly big. Okay.
Hey, can you name me a single player on Man United? I don't think you can. There's 2 that I would give you the possibility of getting. There was 2 names that if you can't get it, just thinking of it, if I told you their names, I think you'd be like, oh yeah.
Mbappe stayed at PSG, right?
He went to Real Madrid.
Yeah, that's right. No, I don't know anybody.
Do you know, if I say Bruno Fernandes, do you know who that is?
Nope.
What about Marcus Rashford?
Nope.
Those are the only 2 players that give you a chance. There's no way you know Garnacho.
Oh, Garnacho?
No, yeah, exactly. Those are the only players that I give you a chance.
Nope. All right.
Maybe Andre Onana.
All right, that's enough. That's
Yeah,
enough.
exactly.
That's enough.
That's
That's
it.
enough soccer. Stop. I'm seeing the viewers drop by the minute. All right. My pop culture minute. I have 2 pop culture minutes. One, I want you to kiss the ring. That's my fantasy ring knowledge. I was hot. You know what player I was hot on? Jonnu Smith. That's right. That was my 14th round tight end. I was drafting in a bunch of leagues. I don't know why you're high on John. This is so stupid. Fucking dumb. Jonnu Smith's been going crazy the last couple weeks.
He has been.
That's 40 chests. Now at the point, I have to question whether or not I'm going to start Kyle Pitts or Jonnu Smith next week.
Why do you have to question that? Kyle Pitts is dog ass, and Jonnu Smith's actually good.
Yeah, Jonnu Smith has been really good.
Kyle Pitts is so shit. He's been terrible again. Are you finally not going to draft him next year? He's like 5 points a game. Truman, he's so bad.
Depends what I see from Michael Penix Jr.
He's the who is he? He's the Brady Singer of tight ends.
Yeah. Sure.
Man, if you could just put it all together.
He's got such good stuff. Yeah. Can never go past 5 innings. Gets blown up in the playoffs.
He didn't really play in the playoffs.
He's actually, pretty good in relief. Could be a Luke Hochaver situation.
Honestly, though, I will tell you.
He's honestly kind of just
there
like
are
Luke Hochaver.
there are no pitchers that the Royals have traded away in recent memory that I've been like, man, we shouldn't have traded him away.
The only one that I think has ever come back to bite us was like Sean Manaea.
Or Stram that one game.
But Manaea, like,
Yeah, Sean Manaea.
he came on like way, like 5 or 10 years later, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think even if we would have kept him by the time we would have got him to the league, I think he still would have been bad.
Yeah.
And he turned it around like 5 years after that. So that one. And then one, I just want to get on my soapbox here. The Costco guys
Oh, yeah.
are cool.
Thank you.
Shout out the Costco guys. AJ was fighting. He fought in AEW, won a match with a broken foot. His foot was broken before that game, and he still got in there. He obviously had some past experience with wrestling.
Yeah.
But he did really good. I saw people were talking about all this stuff. Big Justice got to get in there, hit a spear on somebody. It's fucking awesome.
That's got to be so fun. Can you imagine being, what was he, a 10, 11, 12-year-old?
Yeah, 11, I think.
Yeah. Can you imagine, because that was when I watched WWE.
Right.
If I got in the ring and had a match against Rey Mysterio when I was 11, do you know how fucking amazing that would be to hit a spear on, like, I don't know. Jeez, I don't. Who was like the big guy wrestling? If I hit a spear on John Cena.
No, listen. There's somebody in AEW. It'd be like hitting a spear on like The Miz.
Hey, that's fine. The Miz is cool.
Or like Dolph Ziggler, where you're like, I know him.
I was thinking about the Ziggler. I knew his move. I didn't think that was his real name. It's Dolph. I was gonna say the Ziggler, and I didn't want to sound weird.
He goes by Dolph Ziggler. I doubt it's his real name.
Obviously not.
It could be. It could be one of those where it's like, dude, you're gonna be a WWE guy.
I don't know how to tell you this. You need a six-pack right now.
Yeah.
But
Dolph
no,
Ziggler. Hold on. Real name. Oh, that's right. Because his name on. I should have known this because I follow him on Twitter. His name is Nicholas Theodore Nemeth. Because he goes by Nick Nemeth, which also totally a wrestler name.
Yeah,
also.
awesome.
Nick Nemeth for sure.
Come on. But I want to tell you about the Costco guys.
Okay.
Dude, AJ got to be one of the best marketers out there. They are in everything.
They're
everywhere.
They showed him cutting that promo, and everybody who's like a wrestling head was like, fucking nailed the promo. He's like, got the match, talked about his finisher, talked about his opponent, named the arena they were going to be wrestling in, and the city, and the pay-per-view. They're like, that's a promoter right there. They're like, that's old school.
So he's great at it. So I know that there was a video recently where they did like a behind the scenes thing.
Yes.
And they said that, and people were saying that every single choice that that AJ made was like, yeah, that's the right one.
Right. They're like, yes, he's on it. And they went on Jimmy Fallon, and you could tell like Fallon struggled. Like, because those guys know how to fill time, and they were like waiting to play off of Jimmy, and Jimmy just fucking hated them, dude. He couldn't
do his fake
so
laugh.
much content for them. Yeah.
I just don't like Jimmy Fallon anymore, and he keeps getting annoying.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so like I know that that AJ and Big Justice were like on Jinxie's stream, and then I think they did a stream with Kai Cenat, and they're just fucking everywhere.
And somebody also pointed this out, like they're not being like crazy cringe about it, and they're not like getting outside their brand.
No.
And like AJ doesn't look burnt out or anything.
No.
He looks like, and they're doing like the most fun stuff.
Right.
Like, sure, his dad got to wrestle, but he got to get in there in the ring and fucking hit
That's so
somebody
cool.
with a spear.
That's so fun.
It won't always be like this. Who knows how it ends up? But I mean, personally, I'm ready for President AJ in 2032. I'm set for him. And
speaking of that, I saw someone commenting on one of their things.
When he's dropping bombs on the Middle East, he's ending with the
boom. Gosh. But apparently, I don't know if you've heard of this YouTube account. It's like Jet Plays with Toys.
Maybe.
It's some parents. Anyway, I hadn't heard of this YouTube account until it was commented or something with AJ and Big Justice. But apparently, these parents started this account like reviewing child's toys when their kid was like 5, and their kid would play with these toys. Mm-hmm. The account is now 9 years old, and they've got like their 14, 15-year-old son like still reviewing child's toys.
Man,
it's like, ugh.
That's weird.
And apparently, it got
like
weird
AJ's
to the point.
11, and they're just doing TikToks.
Right, they're just doing fun little
they're
stuff.
just guys that love Costco. They're Costco guys. I mean, shout out the Costco guys.
They're just doing fun stuff. But yeah, so they also released a movie, apparently. This YouTube channel.
I know exactly. And it's not, it's like Daniel, right?
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was, and it made like $127 per theater. Like, ugh.
Yeah, oh, trust me, I'm a movie guy. I did not go see that one, but I saw it like in theaters. I was like, who asked for that? Who wants
No one.
This? Yeah, it's weird.
It's sad.
Yeah. A couple weird movies like that where you're like, what? Like you could be scrolling through the AMC app any day and you'll just see a movie. You're like, what?
You're like I've never even heard of this.
You're like, that's being who? It's just like a YouTuber movie. Like that's, all the, for people I guess that follow like the Daily Wire and stuff, they do like the right-wing movies that you're like, whoa.
Oh.
Like, didn't know those were hidden theaters. You're like, it's weird.
Like the super hyper Christian ones?
Yeah, there are some like super hyper Christian ones or some like QAnon coded ones where you're like, oh, I don't know about that.
Play button.
Yeah, oh, I feel a little weird right now. Not to say the left doesn't get to push plenty of propaganda in movies. Like, Don't Look Up was a little insufferable, honestly. I think it was funny, but it was insufferable at times.
A little on the nose.
Yeah, a little too on the nose. We're gonna totally move on from this. So shout out AJ and Big Justice. Honestly,
boom!
I think it's a father-son duo who's doing things. I don't think he's pushing the kid too hard. I think he's also doing so many fun things that like honestly, he's doing a lot of things that like the kid would want to do.
Yeah, and they're making and he's making content that's instantly recognizable. Dude's a great promoter. You're right.
Yeah, and they're not. I don't think they're overstepping their bounds or that.
So if they want to come on, Dahm, that's true.
Why don't we ask them? No, maybe in the off season. We're gonna start picking up guests. Hey, if you know somebody that you like, I think they would interact fun with Owen and Truman, and they're also small enough to come on this stream. Let us know. Let's do it. All right, I think that's it. That's it. It's over.
Hold on, Truman. Look here. I'm gonna toss you my phone. You gotta catch. Look what Ozzy just sent me on Twitter.
You can just send it to me on Twitter. All right, yeah, I'm ready. Oh my god, terrible toss.
Sorry.
Oh.
It's the DM.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh. Ooh. It just looks like O, but it's definitely ooh. That's so funny. What the fuck?
But friend of the show, Ozzy, just sent me just a really funny DM on my
His grandma's photo.
I don't want to.
Awesome.
I don't want to spoil it for him because he's definitely going to be using it. But man, that's funny.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, that does it. Appreciate you guys for being here. If you guys want to send Owen DMs, go follow him on Twitter, twitter.com/OwenGoshDominant. You want to send me DMs, twitter.com/SteamMachine. Normally, you'll get to post your hot takes. I'm sorry. I was traveling. I started today in the Eastern time zone. I did not post the hot takes call. I'm sorry. Shout out over everybody over there on patreon.com/OpenDisaster. Ozzy, Joe, Aaron, Skylar, Dylan, and Mailbox Kansas City. Shout out Chandler ! Not only on Spotify, but also has a new podcast out called The Agenda Podcast.
Woo!
So it's sports and a little bit of politics. So
take a look.
Yes, absolutely. Appreciate you guys for being here. Appreciate you for hanging out. See you guys next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peace.